you ever wanted an electric drum set where the cymbals actually feel like cymbals? Grab the cymbal and the sound stops like a cymbal. How about a cymbal where the bell actually vibrates up the stick and into your hand differently, the way that a bell on a cymbal vibrates up the stick and into your hand differently than the rest of the cymbal? Well, folks at Zildjian did just that. I got to try out this drum set at Sweetwater a couple weeks ago when we were filming stuff for Drumfest, and it was pretty cool. I'm not the biggest electronic drum set player. If you go through my videos, the only other electric drum set I have up on my channel is during COVID. So anyway, that's the only experience I've ever really had with e-drums. Coming at it from that angle, right? I'm an acoustic drummer. I don't really play e-drums. And anytime I get on an electronic drum set, it's mostly just at PASIC or at music stores. And they always just feel like toys. It's like you put on the funny setting, like orchestral percussion, and you try to make a cool beat out of like timpani and gongs and sleigh bells. And it's fun. And you see what else you can, how creative you could get with it. But it never seemed like a practical thing that I'd want because of the feel and the touch. There's just something that doesn't ever like feel right when you're just hitting these plastic pads. So that was completely blown out of the water when I got to try this new Zildjian ALCHEM-E kit. The drums themselves feel very nice to play. And the cymbals, they're the metal, they're basically like Zildjian's quiet cymbals. That they've somehow turned into electronic cymbals. And so they feel like cymbals, like in your hands. Not even when you hit the cymbal with a stick, the brain thinks you're hitting a cymbal. So it was actually almost weird to feel because like you approach it like an e-drum, but it really feels like an electronic drum set. It was pretty cool. You know, there's some kinks they got to work out, I think. Like the drum sounds themselves, if you watch the videos of me playing, they're not the greatest, like, MIDI drum samples you've ever heard. But I didn't really take any time to go exploring into the console, and apparently it's super customizable. So I'm sure if you, like, sat with it, you could turn it into some perfect sounding kit. This was just like a quick display one that I was like, that was off in a room. I was like, ooh, I want to play that some more. So I set up my camera and filmed a little bit. The drum, I'm right there with you. The drum sounds weren't the best, but man, the fact that an electronic drum set has cymbals that feel like cymbals, it's amazing. It's really cool. And it was actually kind of trippy because like the drums themselves, I don't know what they did, but the drums feel very much like real drums rather than just kind of like plastic. And the cymbals definitely feel like real cymbals. And so when you had your headphones on, you also could kind of hear the like acoustic electronic sound. It wasn't loud, like your neighbors wouldn't hear it, but you could hear it through your headphones. And so that was actually a little trippy. One thing, I think Tim Buell said this, one thing he would recommend, and I agreed, is maybe use more like in-ear monitors or something to really like muffle the outside world while you're playing the electric kit. So that's my takeaway. The cymbals feel like real cymbals. The drum sounds themselves probably need some love. And the third thing is that it's not a toy. It doesn't feel like a toy. It feels like an actual drum set that is an electronic that's electronic. It's a really cool technology, and I'm super excited to see where it goes. Anyway, those are my takeaways. Bye.